Hey, what's going on, good people? Greetings and peace and shalom and nam yaho rinke kyo and assalamu alaikum and just all of the positive greetings that I can give to each and every one of you locally, globally, internationally. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast, where I am your wonderful hostess and podcast creator, Aisha, also lovingly known as Jade. And as you can see, we are doing a live podcast for Sunday, February the 23rd, 2020. When I came in, I didn't even get relaxed. I ate what I had bought, which is one of those poke bowls. If anybody has ever tried one of those poke bowls, they are really good. It's kind of like a Asian infused, I guess, Hawaiian type of food. However, I mean, you have all different types of, it's kind of like a buffet where when I mean buffet, I mean you can go there, you can get what you want. So I got some seaweed salad, I got a little bit of shrimp, radishes, kale, alfalfa sprouts, edamame, just a lot of greens, a lot of good healthy stuff. And so it was good. I didn't even take my hat off. I'm not even caring because, hey, what you see is what you get, and it is a beautiful thing inside and out, okay? Rocking some jewelry that I have that was made. I can't think of the lady's name, but these are handmade earrings. So I'm just me. Guys, I come as I am. You like it, I like it. You don't like it, I love it, okay? So what I would like to bring to you this evening is the topic will be how to build a positive team culture. Again, how to build a positive team culture. And let me just say that I hope everyone has been enjoying their evening, or again, wherever you may be at, depending on your time zone. I do see that someone came in. If you stick around, make sure that you show some thumbs up or show some heart. If you feel comfortable, let me know what city and state you're in, where you're tuning in at. If not, that is quite okay. I reside outside of the metro Atlanta area. And again, the podcast is how to build a positive team culture. So tip one would be discuss success. What does it mean? How would it feel? What would it look like? So ask those type of questions or similar questions to yourself. What does it mean? What does it look like? What does it feel like? How would you feel it? Things like that. That's tip one. Tip two is setting goals, okay, which is work with the team to identify individual and team goals that they want to pursue, okay? So it's about setting goals. That's tip two. Our next one is tip three, which is discuss values, okay? Discuss values. Find out from your team the values that they believe are of utmost importance. That again is discussing the values. Tip four is respect. Big one, respect, okay? Build a culture where everyone is treated equally, okay? We all have difference of opinion, but at the end of the day, we can agree to disagree, but there must be respect, okay? Tip five is responsibility. Responsibility. Players must accept their role and be responsible of their actions. So it's about also responsibility, but it sounds like it's some accountability in there as well. Tip six would be about commitment. Commitment. Players must be committed to the team, training, and gain. Okay, so again, commitment is huge. These are all huge, but commitment is huge as well. Okay, so if you're committed to the team, please be that. Okay, in everything you do, get the training, get whatever you need, but be committed to the team. Again, even if you agree to disagree, there's okay, as long as there's some respect, some balance, some commitment, and some responsibility. Okay, that was tip number 6. Tip 7 would be continuous development, because we know in everything that we do, regardless if you're working for corporate America or if you're working for yourself, being a business owner, entrepreneur, there's always continuous development for yourself, okay? Building a positive team culture takes time. And so are you committed to keep developing it? Are you? I mean, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you committed to continue the development? Tip 8 is praise. Praise. Make sure that coaches are appropriately praising players. Okay? Give your team that praise that they should have. You know, they're working hard, you know what I'm saying, to make the team, you know, be a certain way. Everybody is playing that role. And when they're doing something good, I mean, definitely just give them that praise. Tell them well done for the job that they have been doing, okay? So make sure, again, that you are praising the players, okay? Tip 8, or tip 9, excuse me, support coaches, okay? Support coaches, and athletes can support each other when things become hard in training or games. So whether you're an athlete or not, give each other that support, give each other that praise for doing a good job, okay? Always continue to develop, have some balance, respect, have commitment. We have to always make sure that we incorporate all of those to the best of our ability. Tip 10, work together, which I know everybody can't work together. You know, there's going to be different personalities on the team. Everybody is not going to be the same. So work together. You're going to have to learn how to work together. It is key that everyone works together when things become tough. So we all know things are not going to have that white picket fence. Things are not going to be perfect every day. We're going to have, you know, you're going to have your good days, and you're going to have your challenges with your team, okay? But know that everyone works together when things become tough. Don't just come together when things are good, but then when things get bad or things become challenging, you want to pull away. No. You're going to have to learn how to suck it up, put them big girl panties on, what I say, and put them big boy boxes on, and you're going to have to learn how to work through good and bad and indifferent. Tip 11 is about team building. Team building, okay? Develop actives outside of sport so players can get to know each other, and not only just about sports teams, but you know, working in corporate America, again, you're going to have, again, different types of personalities, and it's about learning how to team build, okay? Tip 12, lead by example. Lead by example. So have a number of key role models who people can look up to. Models, they say key models or mentors, things like that, coaches, like have positive people around, you know, so that energy can be drawn to you as well. And those mentors and or models definitely have to lead by example, because you can't tell someone what to do, how to do it, if you're not leading by example. Tip 13, that was tip 12. Tip 13 is Clear expectations. Clear expectations. Identify clear expectations to the team. Ask them of their expectations of you, either as a manager, a coach, a supervisor, someone that's in, management status. Make sure that there's clear expectations so that nobody is in the dark about what's going on. Tip 14, be patient. Another big one. Be patient, okay? Building a team culture takes time. And it is important that you are patient with the process. Everyone learns or grows differently at a different pace. Some people may have to ask a couple questions a couple times. Maybe they may not quite get it, so they have to ask a couple times. Don't call them stupid. Don't think that they're stupid. No, they're not retarded or anything like that. Just, you have to be patient. Like someone was patient with you, you have to learn how to reciprocate that as well. Be patient with people, okay? And tip 15, that's also a big one, communication, people. Communication, a very huge one, okay? Communication is key. Ask the right questions and make sure that you communicate effectively with everyone on the team, okay? Big pet peeve for me. Probably a few of these are, if not all of them, but one of the biggest ones for me is communication. We have to be all in communication. Just some people can't know one thing and the other people are left out. No, we all have to be in communications. I may not be your best friend, and that is okay, but I want to be able to, when we're at work or when you have your own business or things of that nature and you're taking care of some important taking care of your business, communication is key. I cannot stress that enough. Communication is so key. So those were 15 tips on how to build a positive team culture. And so I also just, as I was checking out some stuff, I want to, if you have not heard of, she was a model, author, a restaurant owner, B. Smith. She has transitioned of early onset Alzheimer's disease. I don't know if you know anything about her or not, but if not, certainly research her. I remember her having a book out about her and her husband, about, before she got really bad with Alzheimer's, her writing a book of her journey on that. And so she finally has transitioned at the age of 70. Okay, so B. Smith authored several cookbooks, ran a chain of restaurants, and worked tirelessly to raise awareness about Alzheimer's disease amongst people of color, our indigenous people, because I knew that not my biological grandmother, but she was my biological grandmother. That was my Nana, may she rest in power. My Nana, Mabel Mosley, she had dementia. I don't even know if it was even called, I don't even know if I knew what the word was, if I knew what a dementia word was. I just knew that she had some memory problems and that it was taking her mind somewhere else. A woman who was very independent became, I won't say violent, but very aggressive. I watched my mom take care of her until she passed away. She was a private duty RN nurse. She was a spiritual person. She was a holistic person. But, time just ran its course. And I can just remember being with her so much. She helped raise me while my mother had to go out and work and do whatever she needed to do to sustain and take care of me. Okay. I was young. I was probably like 18 years old when I started seeing things, and I was pregnant and was going to a business school and a community college all at the same time, seeing my mother tirelessly, like every day after work, like clockwork, go take care of my nana. So this woman here, you know, again, before her Alzheimer's got really bad, she had written a book about what that looks like for indigenous or people of color Alzheimer's. Okay, and again, she transitioned at the age of 70. And again, look her up. She's an iconic model. She was an iconic model. Again, she was an entrepreneur and lifestyle expert. B. Smith. B. Smith. Okay. She broke down barriers for women of color in the modeling world and beyond. Okay. So may she rest in power. Just want to see if there's anything else. There is, but it's pretty much saying what I've just said. So research her, give her a moment of silence, if you will. B. Smith, okay? She paved the way like so many other women of color or indigenous women or even people of color or indigenous people. So let's just give her a brief moment of silence. Ashe. Rest in power, B. Smith. So, good people, here is the time where I am wrapping it up. I hope that those tips were helpful to you. You might be already doing them, and if you are, if there's any tips that you are already doing that I spoke of, or maybe some tips that I did not speak of, but they're working, or maybe they didn't work. You know, I take good, bad, or indifferent tips because all it does is make us learn and grow. Okay, certainly leave them in my comment box. Again, this was about how to build a positive team culture. Okay, and with that being said, I would love for you guys to join my social media platforms. Now, I said I was looking for 200. Listen, if I get 100 of you guys to join each one of my social media platforms, I am forever grateful. Thank you in advance. My goal still is to get 200 people on each and every one of my social media platforms for the month of February. Next week will be the last week of February. So let's support for support, okay, guys? Everybody throws tons of, can you do this and that, Jade? Support me, join my pages, and things of that nature. And I certainly have, but I want to be honest. I want to support for support. So if I support you, definitely, like, you know, support me as well. That's what it's supposed to be about, okay? So you can find me on Facebook right here, right now, where I'm speaking. You can find me at Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel. Again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube channel. You can find me at Aisha Speaks Jade. On my YouTube channel, you can go and subscribe to my channel, Aisha Speaks Jade, by hitting that thumbnail, as well as hit that notification bell, okay? You can look at any and all of the replays, Aisha Speaks Jade. Also, you can find me at LinkedIn as well. Aisha Speaks, not Aisha Speaks, my apologies. Aisha Jade Speaks. Aisha Jade Speaks. You can find me at LinkedIn. Let's not just talk the words, let's be about the actions. Again, it is a support for a support. That's not being mean. I get tons of, can you like my page? I get enough direct message or private message, can you do this, that, and the third. I wouldn't mind, and I have, but now I am definitely is on the grind. It is a support for support. Okay? So with that being said, I think whoever is coming on, certainly look at my replay, which will be available shortly after. Always remember your self-worth. Know your worth and your value. Love yourself first internally, okay? Give yourself the highest respect. Ladies, be the queens or the goddess that you are. You have to hold yourself high, because if you don't, no one else will. Men, be the prince or the kings that you are, okay? Because if you don't, no one else will. You have to learn how to love yourself internally first. It starts with you. Give yourself the highest respect, okay? Create your greatness, create your happiness. Like Nike, just do it. Go for the goal, your ambitions, your success, whatever that looks like for you. And I hope that each and every one of you has a wonderful evening and a better tomorrow on purpose. Okay? Also, when you go through those challenges, remember to catch it, check it, and change it. It's not always easy, but it's definitely achievable. With that in mind, I say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo to each and every one of you, and be good. Have a good evening. Bless up.